here at the Central Market in Santiago, eating some octopus.
Built by Eiffel.
What's that?
Built by Eiffel.
Yes, this building is built by Eiffel, the guy who built the Eiffel Tower. That is worth mentioning. Thank you, Patty. A bunch of those flags are Brazilian soccer teams. So how about that? In a building built by Eiffel, enjoying some octopus. Bye, guys. Dudes, here I am in Santiago de Chile, walking back to the apartment where I'm staying from a church service, a Presbyterian church service, where, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am Brazilian. The pastors, all three of the pastors are Brazilian. But, I've been struck. There have been 2 times in this trip to Chile that I've really felt strong kinship. And I knew even before I stepped in the doors that I would be accepted. I might or might not be comfortable with however it manifested itself, but I would be accepted without question. And one was with rugby. So there's a club here in town called Stade Francais. It's only a few blocks from the apartment where I'm staying. And I walked in, I made myself known. I've already played a game with the old boys. The rugby, right away. I had a fantastic party after one practice with meat and ale and fine wine. That's how you know a Chilean rugby party, because the wine comes out. The other occasion was going to this church. And, welcomed and, it's not how I would have been welcomed. I was not welcomed in the way I would have been welcomed at an American church or at a Brazilian church, but was made very welcome. And I felt like I was with my own people. So there was the rugby thing and the church thing. And there's an aspect of church life that I want to talk about in light of this experience. And I've had this thought before, and you probably have as well. That is that, there are a lot of people at your church and at my church that aren't like us, right? Just a lot of people who aren't like me and aren't interested in the things that I'm into. But then there are people both in our churches and outside who are into the things we're into and like to do the things we like to do, etc. And sometimes it's difficult to feel kinship with people in your own church because they don't dig the same things you dig. So, rugby, this rugby club, there was an immediate brotherhood because these guys, they all know what it's like to play rugby, and they've all played rugby, and they're all passionate about rugby, and we're bound by this. So there are these things that are different, but are experiences in rugby, but we're bound by this strong thing that's universal for us. And that doesn't always happen in church, and that can be dismaying for people. And it's dismaying for people because to them, even if they wouldn't put it this way, it ends up being that church is a special interest group. It's a hobby group. It might be the thing that you're most passionate about, but really that's what it is. So you're disappointed when people don't feel that way. In truth, however, your church is your family. And the church around the world is your family. They are your people. They are your kin. It's not a common interest that's binding you. It's the blood of Jesus. You share the same blood. So it's like when you're with that uncle or that sister or that cousin who you just don't understand. They're not like you, but they are you. They're a part of you and they're a part of your history. And then, of course, you have family that you absolutely love and you feel this immediate connection to. Whether you feel it, whether it's empathetic or sympathetic, emotional somehow, or whether you just have to grudgingly acknowledge it, the connection is real. And it's different, it's deeper, it's more profound than model trains or rugby. It's so powerful that it can bind you to people you don't like. How about that? And you can't escape it. You just can't escape it. The blood of Jesus, the waters of baptism, have bound you all together into one hot mess, like a family, but stronger. I mean, my experience has been with family. The Christian life, the Christian faith, the Christian church runs deeper than anything else. It's the closest thing we can come to imagining this family. But it's a new humanity, it's a new race, right? And I could just keep going on and on about this. But the whole original thing was to ponder how amazing it is that you can go to a church that is the Church of Jesus Christ and know that you're brothers, whether you are like each other or not, whether you share the same interests outside those four walls or not. Brothers. Can't change it, can't escape it. Alright, y'all. Well, I'm going to go explore the city a little bit more, take a nice long walk, take a nice drive, and get back to work tomorrow. Here in Santiago, I mean. Alright, y'all. Peace.